Welcome to the Blaize interviews. I'm Blaize, and this is
Jonathan Hernandez.
And I met this guy because he runs one of the best mics there is in North Hollywood. It's called Big Chillin. So, what is the history of Big Chillin? Tell me about it, and like, how did you guys come about it? Like, it's honestly the space you guys have is great. The environment which you guys cultivate, I love it.
Oh, appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it. Bro, it's crazy because this all started like during the pandemic.
Yeah.
Like all the mics shut down, and me and my roommate Roger, we used to live together. And I was like, damn, everything's shut down. Like, what, how long you think we're gonna have to wait, and this and that. And at that time, there was a few mics that were like outdoors, or like, you know what, fuck it, let's make our own mic.
Yeah.
And that same day we were talking about it, we went, we bought some cheap ass little speaker, bro.
Nice.
With a cheap ass mic. And we started it, bro. We made a page, and then the first night it was kind of slow, but few people showed up, and then that shit just word of mouth, bro. That shit just
that's how it goes,
blew
though.
up, bro. That shit blew the fuck up. By like the third, fourth night, bro, we were running at that time Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, Sundays, 4 days. And we're running 4 hours, bro, from like 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. And
that's a long day, though. That's a long day.
Yeah, and all those hours were full, bro. Like, packed. People
I've been there.
Us, bro. Hey, can I get on? Is other list full? So the last hour we used to have like 15 people. And that's how it started. There was no mics to do, so we're like, fuck it, let's do one. And then, it kind of went from there, and slowly we've been like improving it, by investing in it and that.
What are some challenges that come with running a mic that you didn't think of before you started? Like, obviously, you got to have lights. You have to have, chairs. You got to have a mic, speaker. But what other things that have happened that came up and you're like, oh, shit, I didn't think this was going to happen?
That were challenges?
Challenges, yeah.
I don't know. I think the only challenges that happens is that, like, sometimes that's a good question, dude. I don't think we've had any challenges so far besides like the neighbors complaining. That was like, oh, I didn't think it was gonna be
the neighbors,
an issue. Like, we're not staying up late night. We're not being disruptive and shit like that. But
I mean, how you have all those Karens. You're like, oh, they're having a COVID party.
Yeah, that too was like going against that, but we were always outdoors, so it always gave comfort to the the people who were skeptic about it. Those that didn't give a fuck, they don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But those that do care, it was like, oh, it's outdoors,
Yeah.
And we don't like mask shame you if you wear your mask or not, so it was pretty cool, to get that going. Another thing too that was kind of like a challenge is like, it becomes a business, and like I mean, when it started, it was not that, but then
it was like something fun.
Yeah,
I mean, you
like
guys
fun,
pay
$5,
5 minutes, which is standard.
Yeah, it's just standard, right? It is very standard, and then it's like, okay, like it makes sense why people charge and stuff like that, because it's like, it's time consuming, we're providing a service, we're there, we're spending,
Well, think about this: your time as the host. You got to pay yourself to be there, because it's like it's taxing to be there 4 hours at a day.
Yep.
Just like, especially if there's a lot of bad comics that day.
Oh yeah, bro. There's a lot of bad comedy we hear, but it's also dope seeing everybody like handful improving,
Yeah,
It's like, damn, this guy like 5 months ago was ass. Like, oh, now he's better. Like, you see that improvement, and it happens a lot. Which is good to see.
Do you have anyone in mind when you think of that you'd like to shout out?
Yeah. So one that it was like night and day is one of the homies, Rube. Yeah, Rube. You know Rube? He kind of looks like me, big dude.
I probably might have mixed you guys both up.
Yeah, you might have, because a lot of people confuse us. But him, dude, he's come a long way,
Nice.
Like, I mean, there's still a lot of room for improvement, but
obviously everyone does.
It's just like, it's like dope. It's dope seeing that improvement,
You see the joke the first time, it's like, oh, that's kind of shaky, and then you see it like 3-4 weeks later, and it's like, okay, that's really good.
Yeah.
But you love to see that, don't you?
Yeah. And you see, and we see it a lot, So it's pretty cool to like see that.
And it's good that people feel comfortable doing that, because like sometimes you go to a crowd and you go into a mic Pineapple. Pineapple. No. Ecstasy. I don't know. They say you yell pineapple.
Hey, you'll sneeze or you won't sneeze?
You won't sneeze.
Dude, I'm trying to sneeze, bro.
Oh, okay.
You're fucking it up.
I'm not here. He's like, I'm trying to do it.
It's so good to sneeze, bro. It's like one of the top 5 feelings of the, like one of the top best feelings.
All right, 5 feelings. What are the top 5 feelings then?
Oh, fuck. Number 1, shitting.
Shitting?
That's number 1 best feeling.
Ooh, controversy.
Yeah,
Controversy.
Shitting. Sneezing is definitely like
2.
Yes.
Sneezing. Ooh.
Sneezing. It's like coming.
3rd.
Yeah.
Coming's in 3rd, folks. You, my friend, have some amazing bowel movements.
I do, bro.
I will say this. Any woman who dates you knows where your G-spot is.
Oh, yeah. Down there somewhere. Go find it with your tongue. And then farting, bro. I don't know. I just like releasing fluids and gases out my body.
I get... Or, so shitting before farting.
Peeing, bro. Like... Oh my
You're
God,
a discreeter.
When you've been holding it and you fucking finally pee and you just like, oh fuck.
When you can take that deep breath out.
Deep ass breath out, bro. Like, it's almost orgasmic, dog. You know, like that shit. It's intense. They're not your favorite top 5, but they're top 5.
They're top 5.
They're up there, bro. They're a good feeling.
A good feeling. Okay, so just to reiterate, so number 1's shit. 2 is sneezing. Sneezing is surprisingly number 2.
Yeah.
That has surprised me.
It's up there with 1 and 2, bro. I like sneezing.
I ain't gonna lie though, sometimes you have a sneeze so hard, like you know you popped the blood vessel?
No, I never done that.
You never done that?
I never done that.
I sneezed so hard one time I literally thought I popped the blood vessel. I was like, God damn, I'll have a shot of eye next.
Oh,
it was a bad sneeze. It was like...
I was here trying to get this sneeze and you're like, pineapples.
Yeah.
I thought it was supposed to help me. I was like, bro, I got it. It just went away. So I guess it does work.
I guess it does work. There you go. And you were really trying to do it.
I was really trying to sneeze. Usually I stare like at bright lights, and then it just boom, it'll trigger the sneeze. You know?
Yeah, that's right. These lights.
I was trying to like look at it so I could like
angle
myself, but whatever.
It didn't work.
Sneeze pass and I didn't sneeze.
But then, how did you get into comedy before Big Chillin?
How I got into comedy? I always liked comedy, bro. Like since I can remember, you know.
Yeah.
Like I've always loved comedy. My last relationship, we used to go to a lot of comedy shows,
nice.
You know, like into it. And every time we would go, I'd be like, man, I can do that.
He's like, bitch, I can do better.
That. Like, I can do that.
Yeah, sounds good. Yes, I said.
You know, so, and my girl at that time, she was like, well, do it. And every year, I would never do it. And then, you know, we split up. And that year before we split up, one of my New Year's resolutions was like, do stand-up.
Okay.
And then she's like, do it or shut the fuck up, because every year you say that. The last
how many years did it take?
3 years.
3 years, damn.
Oh, I'm doing that. And then, so that year we split up, and I was kind of like sad, depressing. So I was seeing a therapist, and then he was telling me like, oh, do a bucket list of things you want to do.
Yeah.
Right? Like, so
it's not,
like skydiving.
I felt like he said that like right after you said, I'm thinking about committing suicide. You should make a bucket list before you do that.
No. Yeah, you're suicidal. You might want to check these boxes before you...
Yeah, you just kind of check it out.
Before you check out.
Yeah.
So...
But yeah, you say make the bucket list and comedy.
Yeah, I was doing like, skydiving. I put stand-up, and I was like, I can do that now, you know? Like, I was like, yup. This is like around October, and I was like, you know what? For my birthday, that's what I'm going to do.
Nice.
I'm going to give myself that opportunity to do it. And if I bomb for 5 minutes and I stand in silence, like, oh, wow, you know, but
fuck it. I
got to try it. Something's good's got to come out of this year.
How'd it go?
And I went, and, it was whack.
Where'd you go?
I went to this one room that I found. At that time, it was really hard to find open mics or even how to get started. Like,
it kind of well, if you don't know, you don't know.
You don't know, yeah. And I tried Googling like open mics in LA, nothing come out, and like I don't know how the comedy bureau didn't come up. You know, but either that or I have poor researching skills, you know. But
maybe it's surprising me with
degree,
you. Yeah, you have a college degree.
So,
do you have a master's or just your bachelor's?
Bachelor's.
Okay.
But like, I couldn't find anything, and then off like one Yelp review of some like theater, I found this girl that like she commented like, oh, I did a stand up here for my first time. So like I messaged her on Yelp. I was like, yo, I'm trying to do stand up. Is this a good place to do it? And she's like, oh yeah, it's great, do it. So then she gave me the address, and then I went, and it's this place called Bird's Back Room. It's not there no more.
Okay. I don't think I've ever heard of it.
Yeah, it closed during the pandemic. So that actually got affected by it. But that was my first place I did it, and I loved it, and the people that were there were very supportive. Like, oh, first time, wow, whatever. And I was like, oh, all right, cool. And then I went back, and then I saw the same people. I was like, oh, it's a cool little hang, Like, people are very like-minded, because they tell jokes, and it was like, cool. Oh, all right, cool, this is a thing. And then that kind of helped me, like, become to where I'm at now, because I was like lost, bro, and depressed. I didn't know what to do. And then I did that, and I was like, oh, okay, dope. This is fun. Yeah, this is fun. This is what I'm gonna do. And then the people I've met, the things I've done, like.
Yeah, I feel you. I mean, you've come a long way from like being timid 3 years to now hosting your own mic.
Yeah,
that's a long way, because it takes a lot. Like I said, because you gotta always be juiced. Yeah. I mean, because sometimes you go to a mic, different mics all the time, and sometimes the host is just
bad energy.
Hey guys, all right, let's run the rest of that. Blah blah blah, you're up. Then blah blah blah.
Yeah,
let's go.
You gotta set the vibe, bro.
Yeah, but every time I go there, you guys are always full of energy. It's like, hey man, how y'all doing? And even got you can tell.
You have to, bro. You gotta bring that energy, bro. Sometimes it's hard because it's like, fuck, I had a long day at work. I did this and that, and like, all right, cool. Sometimes it's like, all right, I'm just gonna lock myself in my room for the next hour, because then I got 2.5 hours of hosting. And, just mentally prepare for that. So I just want silence, quiet.
Take a nice, satisfying shit.
Take a nice shit. And then, just come out of my room with that headspace of like, all right, cool, let's get creative. And let's have fun, let's see what's up. Because a lot of the nights are good, There's
a lot of great comics.
There's a lot of nights, bro, that it's just like, dang, everybody was funny, everybody was laughing, everybody was engaged, like, and it's like, all right, everybody got their money's worth, it's like, it's fun, like,
every time I go there, it's like, it's always a great group of people. I mean, because most of the time you go there's 1 or 2 people that you met here or there before. Sometimes even if you go there and everyone's new, everyone stays around for a few minutes after the show. Like, hey, what's your name? Like your set, what you did over here. Well, let's exchange.
Everybody's pretty friendly.
Being like an open, going to open mics, like how do you feel like, how did like going to mics beforehand help cultivate the mic that you have now? You mean, like, what things did you pick up going to mics that you really liked and didn't like? And that, you know what I mean? Yeah, what did you like about other mics, and what don't you like about other mics? You don't have to say specific places. Yeah, no. Just things.
So one of the things I really like was the slotted thing.
I can see why.
I love the slotted, like, I'm always like conscious with time, even though today I was running all over the place.
No, that's not good.
But I'm very respectful about it. That's why I texted you like, yo, this is cool. Like, I'm running behind, but like, I like slotters because it's like you sign up. You're gonna go up within this hour.
You know when you're going up.
When you're going up, and it's like cool. It's very. It works, right?
Versus like bucket mics.
Versus like buckets. Like, I gotta go hang 2 hours, spend like $30 on beers. You buy 3-4 beers.
Yeah.
Like $30.
Yeah.
And then you only get 3 minutes, or you get 5 minutes, but everybody's fucking talking.
Or someone they already left.
Everybody's in the back, or if you go towards the end, like, there's fucking 3 people. Like, I don't like that. You know? Like, and I was like, I gotta be more proactive with my time and make the most out of it.
Yeah. I mean, there's some shows like you go there and you're like, I always call it a comedy roulette. So you're sitting there, nope, I'm not up yet. Just waiting for your bullet to hit.
Yeah.
And it's always the worst time. You're like in the restroom taking a piss. And like, hey, Blaize. I'm like, bro, hold on. Give me like 2 seconds.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's the worst, bro. So I don't like doing buckets. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't do like lotteries. I'll even like sign-ups. Like, that's cool. You first come, first serve, sign up.
I prefer that. I like that.
Like, that's cool, Yeah. Even if there's 30 people, like, all right, well, fucking.
But you know what? I feel like the first to sign up, like that, those like motivate me more to go there. earlier.
Earlier.
Because I want to go there to that spot because I like this spot. And I want to get there early because I want to make sure I get a good slot. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because it's a good and a bad thing.
Yeah.
Like I had another comic come out the Barclay at the Wednesday nights at the Barclay in Pasadena. That one's one of the sign up ones, and it's always a fun one. It's always like a good crowd, like 8 to 10 people there minimum. And I always go there, and it kind of motivates you to want to get there early. The only thing I hate about it is I work till 8 p.m. Sign ups are at 7 p.m. And so I'm like, fuck.
Barclay, I never heard of that.
It's in South Pasadena. It's like right there off. So you go off Fair Oaks, and when Fair Oaks turns into Huntington. Okay, start off Huntington, right across the street from KFC. It's a good mic.
A lot of comics.
Good mic. About like 10, 15. And it's a good. You know what I love the most about it? The community. Because like I said, I'm a big community. Like the different. I always stress this. Like the difference between like. Did you ever go to Pasadena comedy?
Yeah, I've been there.
And you've been to Hollywood comedy, right?
Yeah.
And you know how like the same kind of. They run by the same people, but there's two different vibes.
Yeah, I like the Pasadena comedy better.
Yeah, I just like the community. You know what I mean? I always said it's like when you go there, it's like community school. I mean, we're all here together. We're all like really doing it.
Okay.
When you go to like Hollywood comedy, it's like you're in an internship. Like you got to be professional.
I see. I don't go to them. Often to know all that.
Well, that's the vibe. I like because there's the same and different. Like I compare and contrast them a lot. You know what I mean? But actually, unfortunately, I don't know if you know this, but the Pasadena comedy actually shut down.
They're not. They don't.
No.
They got busted, no? So
no. The owners got divorced.
The owners got divorced.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say her name, but I was gonna.
You can, but everyone knows who the owners are. I mean, yeah, they got divorced.
Who's the owners?
I don't want to say the name because I can't say the name.
You can't say the name.
Because I
could.
You can. I can't. I can't pronounce it.
You'll nod your head.
I said Summers is his last name.
Ying Summers.
Yeah, her and her husband getting divorced.
Who's her husband?
I forget who.
He's a comic?
He's also a comic, but I forget who he is. I forget, but like he got the Pasadena, and he turned that one pretty much, from what I heard, into a podcast studio.
That shit is dope. I used to like the Pasadena, like how it was set up more than the Hollywood.
The Hollywood is like I like it, but it's just you're literally in a phone booth.
Yeah,
you're in a phone booth. You know what I mean? You're just like in there. It's intimate. It's fun. It's great. Like I love it. But the difference is like your place is pretty much the same exact size as Hollywood comedy, but because it's outside, it makes it feel bigger. But because it's literally in a black box, it kind of like concaves everything.
Yeah.
But yours, because like you got the nature.
It's more open. Yeah. It's probably about the same size.
I'd say it's about the same size. If anything, they got like 1-2 feet more than you, but you have all that roof space. And the bad part is you also got to deal with like the elements. That's the thing, like the fucking police, the helicopters,
bro, the mosquitoes, the cold and the fucking winter.
The cold you can deal with it a little bit more, but like right now, especially in like August, September, it's just hot. Yeah, like
it's been pretty hot. And there's nothing we can do about that.
No.
Like in the cold, we put heaters.
Which is
So it helps, but
you know what you guys, it might be hard to do if you guys got the misters.
What's that?
The little, like when you're at Universal, those fans. That's a lot of money though, and a lot of water. Because you got to think about this. It's not just the electricity bill; it's also the water bill. Because you got to spray that water too.
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. Who knows? We might next summer. I don't know.
Next summer. I mean,
hopefully next summer we have a place with AC.
With AC. Oh, is that what Big Chillin is trying to do?
Hey, bro, we're trying to.
This is exclusive.
Club, bro, right there, bro.
A whole where? If you were to make a comedy club, where would you want to put it? Like what?
Out here in North Hollywood.
North Hollywood, obviously close to where you live. Like you grew up here in North Hollywood, right?
Yeah. No, I didn't grow up in North Hollywood. I grew up in Southeast LA.
Southeast, what part?
The city called Bell.
I know where Bell.
You know where Bell is?
I know where Bell is.
Yeah, I grew up there.
I grew up in Diamond Bar. So.
Diamond Bar, yeah, that's out in San Bernardino. San Bern.
And that's just like at the edge, like, because where I live, I was like safe.
But that's a nice area, bro.
Snoop Dogg lives there.
Yeah.
He sent his son there for a semester.
He sent his son?
Yeah, to
the high school you went to?
After the year after I graduate was one of Snoop Dogg's sons, his freshman year there.
Oh, okay.
His son actually went up to go and he got a scholarship to UCLA.
Yeah.
He's a good player, but
not great. Yeah,
that's why you don't hear about him.
Yeah, true. I heard he was going to UCLA.
He went. I mean, this is years ago, bro. I mean, he should be graduate. If he actually finished, he should be graduated by now.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, I had an uncle who lived in Diamond Bar, and he was a rich uncle.
He was the rich uncle.
The house in the cul-de-sac.
It was nice. 2 stories.
2 stories.
Like just nothing but
that
just
had a view.
Yeah.
Like what? Like this guy made it.
Mhm.
Yeah, I know what Diamond Bar is.
It's quiet. It's literally, even if you live there, you just drive through it.
Yeah.
Because there's no reason to be there. Like, it's quiet. There's nothing to do. There's nothing to see. Like, there's no movie theater.
You live there. Oh, there's no movie theater.
Nah, there's no movie theater there. You gotta leave to go to the movie theaters.
You gotta go drive where, like Colton? Or?
Nah, what the fuck, bro?
That's far. Like,
it's way far. Now you gotta drive to, like, Brea.
Okay.
You got Brea, West Covina, Pomona. I like to go to Pomona because they have that outdoor, the Mission Tiki Tiki, the outdoor movie theater.
Oh, I've never been.
You never been there? I love an outdoor movie theater. I know there's a few. There's the one in Pomona. There's the one in Riverside, by Tyler Mall. I forget what it's called, but it's like out there, like in an Orange Grove area. But it's like really like I don't think, is there a movie drive-through
in Bell?
In Bell? No.
Like a movie theater?
Like a drive-through. You know, like a drive-through, like a drive-in. You know, when drive-in, you sit in.
You know, there's one in
Isn't there one in Long Beach?
There's one in Bellflower.
That's what I was thinking. Not Bow, but Bellflower.
Yeah, they have one there. But they're off Garfield.
You're right. I haven't been to that one, but
the other one I used to go to was over here by City of Industry.
Oh.
Off Valley.
Yeah.
By the strip club. Right
Yeah. Yes. Oh, I'm completely blanking on it right now, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Damn. You're literally hitting.
That's a good concept, bro. Like the drive-in theater, and I feel like those drive-in theaters I've been to, they kind of very let down. You know, they're very sketch. Like their fucking snack bar looks outdated.
It is.
Like
it's an experience,
so potential to fucking have this shit looking dope. You know, keeping parking lots clean. You know, still letting people do their fuck shit. But you know, like I feel like they're dropping the ball on that shit hard.
The thing is, there's a lot less people that go. How much time you got?
No, I'm good. I got like 30 minutes.
You got 30 minutes? Cool. Just let me know, because I don't want to keep you. Like I said, time, my man, time. I know how it is, because
you're good.
But drive-ins, and like I love. It's kind of like one of those things, like, because I got a truck, so I have my truck to a little speaker set up to my truck, so that way we just pull it outside, boom, have that shit set up, and like sit in the back, put like a whole bunch of pillows in the back, blanket. That shit's fun, man.
Yeah, no, it's a cool concept. Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
It's just not for you.
No, I'm just saying, like, they can market that better and invest in like upgrading their snack bar and not make it look sketchy. Like, is the snack bar even open? It's all dark. Like,
it's
you know what I'm saying? It's like,
you
can make it look cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, they can put a little bit more effort to it. You know, like.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Like, it'd be dope. Like, if I would rent that shit, I would have like servers like on skates. You know, I'm taking orders from the snack bar. And then you can also walk into the snack bar.
The only problem is that, remember, these people are skating back and forth. Well, they skate through and they see someone getting ahead, and it's like, okay, I'll be back later.
You just turn the cheek, bro.
Turn the cheek.
Let them do them, you know? Like, I don't know. I just feel like you can do more with it.
You know what you should do? You should, like, when people drive up, you say, and this is a do not disturb sign that you put on your driver's side window if you don't want the servers to come up to you.
Yeah, we can rent little blankets to like cover the whole car. And
ooh, you know what? I feel like we about to start a fucking driving right now.
I'm telling you, bro. Like, I think they're dropping the bag on that. They could definitely make it a thing, make it more trendy and popping, and people start doing that. You know?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I mean, like, it's kind of like people who go to farmers markets and stuff.
Yeah, sort of. I don't think you're not. I don't think I'm explaining myself correctly, because I don't think you're understanding what I'm saying.
I get you.
It's like, have you ever seen Stranger Things, or just any movie where they like show a drive-in movie theater?
Yeah.
And it looks dope.
Yeah.
And then you go to a real movie theater out here, and that shit just looks like an empty lot.
Yeah, well, that's what all it is.
But it doesn't look like in the movie.
Yeah.
I just feel like we can make that.
Well, the thing is, I do and don't like about it is like sometimes you go to the drive-in and literally there's like you and like 5 other cars.
Yeah, sometimes not a lot of people.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. Is when you go.
That's my point because they're not marketing it. They're not like how you gonna market that when this looks like an abandoned ass fucking warehouse? You know, that's what I'm saying. Like you can't really promote that.
It's not even an abandoned warehouse. It's just literally just an abandoned lot.
Yeah, that too.
I mean, it's well, I mean, how else besides like what you're saying? Like you got to get people with skates and going up there. I mean, it's only as luxurious as their car is. You know what I mean? And plus, a lot of these people who do these drive-ins, they lose a lot of money because a lot of people sneak a lot of shit in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because you mean
you can take food and shit like that. Yeah, like so we're saying, because we used to do that. I mean,
I still do it.
It wasn't illegal. Like they don't have don't bring outside food. Like we literally would drive in with like pizza and chips and shit like that.
Yeah, same.
You know, so
that's what I'm saying. It's like you have to make the food there good enough for it to for people to want to buy it.
Yeah, true.
So that's the hard part. Is like you got to stock good food, but like at first it's going to be hard to attract people, and there's obviously going to be highs and lows. Like maybe during the wintertime might be low. I don't even know because like summertime. You know what you got to market to? You got to market to the high school, to the seniors and juniors, and to the community colleges.
Yeah, that's a good demo.
You know what I mean? That's like the prime, like what's cheap enough, but like cool enough, like because being an LA boy, a city boy, and you know like
city boys,
for life. Oh shit, put her on the streets. But like being thing about being like an LA kid, you spend most of your time driving.
Yep.
You drive. You pick up your friends. You don't go anywhere. You just drive. Where? Just drive. Just drive. Where y'all going? We're just driving. Where? Just driving. Mm-hmm. Where you going? Just driving. We know we're gonna. It's like pull up. It's like what the fuck you find? Like get lost. Just driving, looking for places. Like going to random places. Like you said, oh this looks fun. What's up? Pull up. You know what I mean? Like there's been so many times I find random things because me and my friends are just driving up and down the boulevards.
Oh really?
Yeah, because like there's literally nothing to do. So you just drive from city to city, looking for
something to do.
Yeah. Just because like I would drive from literally like Diamond Bar, we would drive to Brea, to Anaheim, we would drive to like Covina, I would drive to like Azusa, sometimes I'd drive all the way to fucking Redlands. Oh, just because we got nothing to do. It was like, where you want to go? Fuck you. I ain't never been to Redlands. Let's go to Redlands. I got drunk in Redlands. I got drunk in Redlands sometimes. That's some real. People don't really understand how country and like how southern California is until you go like east to Fontana.
Fontucky.
You know what I mean? You been to Fontucky?
Yeah.
Like trailer parks and like fucking rat tails.
For real, bro. Nah, yeah, it gets kind of sketch out there too.
Yeah, fuck a whole bunch of crackheads out there.
Redlands is cool though.
Which one?
Redlands is cool. I like Redlands.
It's cool, but bro, you way the fuck out there.
Yeah, I know.
First time I went out there, I was driving with my friends. I wasn't driving. My friend was driving. I was like, "Where are we going? We're going to Redlands." I was like, "Where's that?" And he was like, we're just going out there. It's like halfway to Palm Springs. I was like, "What?"
Nah, it's not that far out, bro. It's not that far. Bro, you go to Redlands and then you still gotta drive like an hour to like Beaumont, and then from Beaumont it's like still another hour to fucking Palm Springs.
How often do you go to Palm Springs?
I used to go like once or twice a year.
For the casinos?
No, I like just to go chill. You know,
it's
like,
a good place.
Get an Airbnb. You know, fucking
explore.
Pool.
Yeah.
You know, go have brunch. You know.
I am a big brunch man.
Dinner. You know, and just like chill. I mean, it's not really like a party scene in Palm Springs. You know. Or at least I don't know it like that. Every time I gone, it's pretty chill.
Okay, well,
there's only like the Hard Rock and a couple of bars.
I will say this. I do know a few friends and people who are into the huge underground party scene of Palm Springs. But it's funny enough because it's just mainly the huge underground party scene is the huge gay underground party scene.
Yes, and that's not
your scene.
Yeah, it's not my scene.
See, there you go.
But that's what I'm saying. At least from what I know, it's not. Palm Springs is not that. You know?
Yeah.
Palm Springs is just like like a little staycation, you know, where you just want to chill out, you know, be in.
You're literally like in a different planet. Like you're literally on Mars when
like
you're in
mountains. Like you walk out in the backyard and there's like big ass mountains, you know, and you're like, all right.
And it's hot as fuck.
It's hot as fuck, yeah. That's why you get an Airbnb with a pool. And then you're straight, you know.
I feel that.
That was the first time. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I remember we went there one time to celebrate a friend's birthday. We got this Airbnb, and this was like when weed started to become legal. And
yeah.
So one of the friends pulled up, and he's like, "Oh, I just ordered some weed to get delivered," and I was like, "What? That's fucking weird." Like, you know, it's a concept. What? And yeah, sure enough, 30 minutes later, some guy knocked, and the weed was delivered. Like, it's already paid. And I was like, "Wow, that's crazy." And then we smoked. And I remember like sitting on the couch and I was like, damn, super high. Like I felt my chest like this big. I was like, fuck, I can't breathe. Like, damn. And I was like, all right, it's the weed. Just
relax.
Deep breath. And then I was like, all right. And then I closed my eyes and then I woke up. It was already in the morning, bro. Like,
they're like, wake up. This motherfucker's done.
I was so mad at everybody. I was like, why didn't you wake me up? What the fuck's wrong with me? I gotta chill, bro. I was like,
that's pretty funny.
I was mad. I was like, why didn't you guys wake me up? You know? And they're like, well, we tried, and then like they got me from the couch to the bed, and then that's it. Like I remember,
that's a really good way.
My eyes, and then I fucking just passed out.
That's some real good weed, my friend.
Yeah, I don't know what and I have never been like that high ever. So I was like, that was pretty. But I also like I didn't really smoke weed, so it was like, you know, I was doing the most. But yeah, I was upset with that because like, fuck, like y'all really made me waste the whole night. You know?
But you know what's even funnier? The fact that they carried you,
bro. It was like 8 p.m. when we smoked. Yeah. And then like around 9, that's when I was like, oh fuck, I'm panicking, and I was just relax.
You relaxed too much.
I relaxed way too much, bro.
Like, breathe. Just fucking foul. You left an imprint on the couch and everything.
For real, bro. I don't know what time they like took me to the room, and then when I woke up, it was like fucking 7 in the morning. I was like, what the fuck? What happened?
One time me and my brother got so high one time. It was on my cousin's house in Arizona. We're in a little literally in a mobile house. We're just fucking hotboxing the fuck out of it. Just like literally it was like the whole apartment, like the mobile house was literally just like there was a smoke machine going off. We're up for 4 hours doing nothing but laughing.
For 4 hours.
Straight.
Oh, bro, your stomach had to hurt.
Bro, 4 hours straight. We were doing nothing. My cousin came and left 2 different times to see what was wrong. We were laughing for an hour before he came to check on us. Like, what the fuck's wrong with y'all? Yeah. And we're just laughing. And the reason why...
that even made it more funny, the fact that he kept coming in. Like,
he kept coming in. We started laughing. Because the reason what happened was my brother started laughing, and I laughed because he started laughing. And he started laughing harder because I started laughing harder. And then, you know what I mean? Yeah. So we started... it was just a loop of laughter, of me laughing because he's laughing because I'm laughing because it was just...
You can't stop laughing because both of you guys are laughing at each other.
Yeah. It's like he's like...
And the fact that homeboy walked in, and I was like, ah! You guys just started laughing a bit more. Like, that's crazy.
I love it. When was the first time you got high?
I don't remember.
What the fuck you mean you don't remember? Were you that young?
Yeah, here's the thing.
I
never really smoked weed.
Yeah.
Till like recently. So I didn't like...
You don't remember the first time?
I tried it in high school.
The first time you smoked, like when you don't remember?
Like high school.
High school, like what was it? Like where were you?
It was like I didn't really feel anything. I was not hitting it right. I just like this is whack.
It sounds like the first time you had sex.
No, the first time I had sex was bomb. You know? I wasn't like, hey, this is whack. You know, hell no. First time I had sex, I was like, oh yeah, this is for me. You know?
This is for me. I figured this shit that.
You know?
I feel that.
I can get addicted to this. You know? But weed, that was never my thing. Like,
yeah.
And I, like all my friends used to smoke, and it was never my thing.
I feel that.
I used to like drinking, and then, you know, with other drugs, so I like tried them, and they're like, nah, it's not for me.
I mean, I remember Nos being really big in high school.
Yeah, even that, like Nos, like every now and then at parties used to do it, but it was like not.
Yeah, I don't like the way it makes my stomach feel.
Yeah, it wouldn't make me feel.
It gave me like bubble guts. You know what I mean? It made me cause you go, you know what I mean? Like it would make my stomach fill up with gas, and I'd be like, ugh, you know what I mean? I like have to burp, or sometimes it make me puke because it would make me just fill up with gas so much that like it kind of was like, ugh. So that's the main reason I didn't like Nas. It's just, but that's just me. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's alright feeling. Like for some people it's like, oh. But for me, it's like,
yeah, and then it only lasts like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, so I'm not really that. So I can't, like, really remember, tell you, like, oh, it was the first time I got high. Because then I didn't try it till, like, I was, like, 27, 26. That was, like, 3-4 years ago.
You're a good kid. You know, you went to college, you got straight A's, didn't do any drugs.
I didn't, yeah. I didn't.
You're a good kid.
Shrank, yeah.
Yeah.
And, because I tried coke, like, 3 times, and, like, I don't like it. I don't feel that much of an upper. I don't feel that difference, that kicker. So I'm like, why am I doing this?
Yeah.
Or like weed is just very relaxing.
Chill.
It's just like chill. You know, you're like, all right, cool, and you feel it. You know, like you're like, all right, cool.
I feel that.
You know, and it's like you don't wake up with no hangovers. So it's good for sleeping. Like, you know, you smoke before going to bed. It's best sleep ever, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly like. I have I have insomnia, and like literally, if I don't smoke, like I don't sleep.
You don't sleep.
Like I would go. If I used to have a girl I would date who was from like from Tennessee, and I'd go to her place to visit her family. You can't sleep out there. Yeah. So I think they only have medical weed. But like I would be out there, and like I literally would be up for like 3-4 days straight.
Damn.
I don't like when even as a kid. My mom's like, I was like an infant. My mom said all you would do was just like lay there in the crib and wait. Like a story would happen when I was like, I was like 8-9 years old. My sister had just gotten married, and I would sleep at her house, but she only had a couch for me to sleep at. So I would sleep on the couch, and I was sitting there, and I was just literally just sitting on the couch, just sitting there waiting. She gets up, she's like, "Mijo, what's wrong?" And I was like, "Oh, nothing. I'm just waiting." She's like, "What are you waiting for?" I'm just day.
Waiting for the day to start.
Yeah, I'm just like I'm not falling asleep.
Come out, you know, like.
I'm literally like I don't want to turn on the TV. I don't want to make noise. Like I'm at their house. So I don't want to like upset them. So I'm like I'm just gonna sleep. I'll just wait. You know what I mean?
Wait, yeah.
Because like I learned really quick as a kid. You know, being Mexican, if you make any noise, you won't get hit.
Get hit, bro. You know.
If you talk, what the fuck you say?
What you say?
I'm trying.
Go to sleep.
Let me ask you this: like, as a Mexican, do you feel like, as a fellow Mexican, do you feel like we support each other enough in the community? Like, and especially in comedy, because I hear a lot of times, like growing up, a lot of times I'd hear Mexicans' worst enemy is another jealous Mexican.
Well, that's with anything, bro. I feel like any race, there's
like,
you know, people close to the other ones who hate the most, you know.
I get that.
So it's normal for you to feel like, oh, our own kind is not supporting us. And like,
I mean, George Lopez has a joke about it.
It's like, why are we gonna?
I remember the HBO special of George Lopez. He's like, my family would always tell me when I would do it in comedy, they said, "Yo, you're gonna end up on the streets." It's his closer. It was just great, which I love the most when I remember it. It's like, you're gonna end up in the streets. And he says, "Yeah, I ended up on the streets of the Hollywood Walk of Fame."
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right.
You know what I mean? That was one of my favorite things. Like, cause he's like, because it was his closer. He's like, you know, Mexicans. A lot of times Mexicans talk shit on other Mexicans. Like, oh, you're not gonna make it. You're not gonna do this. You're gonna do that. You know, for any race. But like, you in the Mexican community, I hear that a lot. And even, you know, George Lopez being one of the like the first best, you know, Mexican comic come up like that. The fact that he had to bring that up was like very telling. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because I feel even now it's kind of like that. Because a lot of people hate on our own kind.
Yeah.
And I hate that.
But that's everywhere, you know? Like,
yeah.
I don't try not to pay much attention to that.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, like, what am I gaining out of complaining? Like, the culture, you know, people don't fucking support this and that. It's like, all right, well, they don't support, then that's on them, you know? Like, there's going to be people that are going to support, so, you know, ride with them, you know, focus on that.
How do you feel about, like, the Mexican community? Like, the Mexican comedy community? Like, do you think, like, it's a good community?
I don't know, because I haven't really been into it. Like,
I know, I get that.
But what do you mean, like
the
comics that are popping now? Or?
Yeah, well, like, there's, you know how, like, there's different, like, cliques here and there, like, especially now, there's a few comics that conclave. Like there's a black community, there's a white community, there's an Asian community,
Oh yeah,
and there's the Mexican community. You know what I mean?
I think
like not, it's like a subverse
that are good. Yeah, and
let's not just be good. Like I don't feel like not enough of us are doing enough to like help each other out.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Like amongst Latinos,
Mexican Latinos. You know what I mean? Like Mexican, we're not really doing that like enough to like support each other.
In what way?
Like, I feel like there's a lot more other like races, like the whites, the blacks, and Asians. They're putting on more shows than we are. They're doing more things to like build their own brand. Whereas like here in the Latino community, they're like what?
Well, there is, but the like to your point, they're in like Mexican.
They're in the Mexican community, like East LA, Boyle Heights.
Yeah, they are, but those people are like popping.
Yeah,
like, they're starting to like kick off. So you like. We don't really see them out here because they're like pandering to a different audience. They're pandering to like Hispanics. And
but like here in the valley, there's a huge Hispanic community, and I feel like here it's not as popping as if if you go down to East LA or South Central. Like there's a whole bunch of great shows down there with the like Latino community, but here in the valley, like it's far and few from between. I feel there's not like I don't hear any like especially like
Haha is pretty like there's a lot of Latino
I mean Digits is there. Los Digits is there.
Yeah, but I'm saying like beyond just comics, like people that go to that comedy club to watch comedy is a lot of Latino, so it's more of a Latino room,
Yeah. Versus the Chateau, he feels a little bit more
white.
Yeah. I get that.
So I mean, and then like if you go out to like the IE, there's a lot of more Latino shows.
Yeah. Like Covina.
That's where a lot of the. To your point, like the
Ontario
and as far as like Mexicans, they're all doing shows out there.
Out there, you feel it's more out there. Yeah. So you feel like out here, it's more in this area. It's more like cultivated towards like the middle, white and black,
for sure. Yeah.
So you feel like Ontario, Riverside, East LA, IE,
Because you go to East LA, they don't do a lot of shit out there.
There's not a lot of shows in East LA. Like every time if you try and do a show in East LA, there's not really anything to go to.
It's also pretty dangerous. So
that's
the reason why they don't do shows.
Yeah, there's a lot of reasons why they don't do shows in East LA. Especially if you start doing shows, people want to get their cut. Yeah. Certain people want to get their cut. Yeah. I ain't got to say who or what.
We know who we're talking about.
Depends on what street you're on. Yeah. Those people won't get their cut. Yeah. But like things like that, and I feel like we need to start cultivating that art because it's so huge. Like out here, I feel like I want to do that stuff more out here, but it's more like you're saying out here. It's more cultivated towards the white and the black audience. Do you feel like we're like haha? I do understand what you're saying with haha because it does kind of have that vibe of like something always needs to be worked on. Like everyone knows if you go to a Mexican house, there's always something fucked up. The bathroom's fucked up, the kitchen's fucked up, a bedroom's fucked. Like that's what haha is.
Something needs work.
Something needs work at haha. It's like I love it, but like when you go there, you're like you gotta flush this toilet a certain way, or else it just doesn't flush right. Yeah, you know what I mean. You gotta hold it just a little bit longer.
Kick the pipe down below the toilet and then flush it.
Kick it, because like even in my house, like my parents our house has been under construction for 20 years. Like the backyard is still under construction. You know what I mean? Like every Mexican house is that way.
Yeah, true.
Like think about even your uncle in Dunbar, his house is like, oh yeah, I need to fix that still.
No, his shit was on point.
His shit was on point.
He was the best house.
Yeah. He had his shit paid and done.
Yeah, he had this shit done. Telling you, bro, he was rich.
He was rich.
That's how I know you're rich, because you fucking grew up there.
In Dunbar, hey man, but we was it's not like we were rich. We were like upper middle class. Like we were rich enough.
Yeah, because like you're doing okay. You're living out there.
Yeah, you're doing great. But the thing is also the reason why we lived out there is because like I always tell my business. My parents have a truck body company, and our company was based in Pomona.
Yeah, so it's closer to
the city over. So like, that's the reason why.
I'm sure at the time your parents bought that house, it was super cheap.
Bro, $400,000.
Yeah, now that's just like
1 million. No, we got appraised back in 2015. It was $1 million.
Yeah, so now it's like 1.5.
Yeah, 1.4. Way more. And not only that, but they did more to it. So like, there's like this and that, and like it's nice. It's a great area, but like I said, it's like one of those things like you just don't go there.
Yeah, there's
nothing
you
to do.
live there. That's it. You don't.
You don't go there. You don't go there. You live there.
You
Like
live there.
you try and
retire
leave that area.
Yeah.
I mean, like there's a lot of golf areas and shit. Like it's a nice place. Like it's a great place if you want to raise a family.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? But like that's the main reason. Like ever since we moved
trying
there,
to do some fuck shit. That's not it. Yeah.
my parents since we moved there, they've been trying to move since we moved there. It's like we could do better.
Yeah.
But after they moved, they're like you know, because they got a great deal. Because it was right before like the '08 bust. It was like, oof. Let me see. So it had to be '02. Oh, yes, '02. Because it was before I was 10 years old. So it had to have been like 2000 when we moved there. Because beforehand we lived in La Puente.
La Puente, yeah.
Yeah. So I grew up in I was La Puente, the Hacienda Heights, the Diamond Bar.
Hacienda Heights is nice.
Hacienda Heights, it's nice. It's really good there. I lived right there by Wilson High School.
Okay.
Right there by the La Puente Mall.
Mm-hmm.
I love that mall.
It's
a good mall, but honestly every time I go there, it's looking worse and worse.
Is that where Back to the Future was?
Yeah.
Shot? Yeah.
That's where Back to the Future was shot.
Yeah.
It's a good mall, but it's kind of like every time I go there, there's less and less open stores, but they always got like some underground like streetwear.
Like a sketchy store opened over there.
Yeah. Not just sketchy.
I don't think I've ever been in there, but I've been on the outskirts and the restaurants around the mall.
It's alright.
It's okay, yeah.
It's alright. I mean, like once you get out there, like once again, it's there's no reason to go out there.
Just don't visit it. Stay away from it.
I mean, the only thing that's like has any attractions is Ontario.
Ontario Mills.
The Ontario Mills. I mean, the Ontario Improv Ontario Improv's right there.
Yeah.
I've seen 2 shows there. It's a nice venue.
It's a nice venue.
It's a really nice venue. If you ever get a chance to go out to the Ontario Mills.
Bellflower has a new stand-up club.
What's it?
Club. It's called the stand-up.
The stand-up?
Yeah, it's cool. It's a cool room there.
Have you ever thought about like going back and doing a featured show at your own, like in your own stopping ground?
I did a show at this bar that was like down the street from where I grew up, or my brother still lives on that street.
Nice.
And it was fun going back, and like I hosted a music show.
Okay.
So I was the MC.
Yeah.
And I was bringing up like artists to like rap.
Yeah.
Sing.
Yeah.
So it was pretty cool. It was different, you know. So like I opened up.
Yeah, you open doing a little bit
comedy,
shows. Yeah.
Kind of with the crowd.
Yeah.
So you know, everybody that's there is there to see the music.
Yeah.
But I fuck with them before bringing them up.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, cool. And then I bring up the artists. They do their thing, play 3-4 songs. They like sing them, rap, or whatever. And then I go up and then, you know, throw some jokes.
Yeah, I mean, just like being a host.
Yeah.
The thing is, like with a host, I always say like, I hate a host that goes over 2 minutes. You know what I mean? In between each set. Yeah, because there's some shows you go to and the host just like takes, I'm gonna do 5 minutes. I'm like, bro, just like come on, get the shit going. Like some hosts are just like, what are some good host etiquette?
It's different for like a show. You definitely want to keep it moving. Mm-hmm. You don't want to go into too much on what happened on the previous set, because sometimes you'll step on the joke that the guy is gonna follow him is gonna open with.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the comic ends the joke by saying like, "Oh yeah, so you know I don't do condoms because they make my dick smaller or whatever."
Mm-hmm.
You're like, oh, whatever. You come up with a joke, right? Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go up there and be like, well, I use all the condoms because my dick is small or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like just to like.
Yeah. Just a flyover joke.
Yeah, a flyover joke, and then you know, so if, like sometimes it's happened to me where like I'm gonna say something to comment on the previous set or whatever, and the host go up and says a similar joke to what I was thinking. So like, well, fuck, this guy just took the joke.
Yeah.
You know, so I try not to.
But there's not. That's hard though. That's hard because like you don't know what the other person's thinking.
Yeah. No, but I'm saying like I'm very mindful. That doesn't mean that I don't do that in between comics, right? Because if I'm hosting and I'm thinking of something, I'm gonna say it. I'm not gonna be like, oh, what if fucking so and so is thinking about it?
Yeah. You
no,
can't. You don't know what that person's
I
thinking.
don't know what they're thinking, but it's just like, all right, well, that's why you don't stay up there long, because then you run more jokes, and it's like one of them might be related to what he was trying to talk about. You know, so it's just kind of like touch a little bit, engage with the crowd, and then bring the next comic up. But it's hard. Hosting is hard. Have you ever hosted?
I've done a few things. It's fun. It's hard, but like it's just, especially like if the crowd's like has low energy.
It's a different beast, bro.
It's like you gotta pull teeth.
Yeah.
You gotta pull teeth. If there's no energy coming through the crowd, you really gotta pull teeth.
You gotta learn how to vibe with it, how to ride that way, bro. It's hard. Like, you know, I hosted the last show we had, and I was like, that shit kicked my ass. I was like, damn, like, I gotta get better at this, you know? 'Cause it's a skill. It's different than just worrying about your fife and going up and down, and that's it, you know? But like, you're going back and forth, and you can keep going up.
You gotta make sure the time. You gotta keep
time's good, you know.
Like music, if there's music. And then you got like other things, like if there's a problem, then the host got to fix every problem. Because like there's a problem with the music, if there's a problem with one of the comics, if there's a problem with something in the stands, like if there's a heckler, you gotta figure out, alright, is the heckler good, is the heckler bad? Because some hecklers are okay, like they're fun.
You gotta learn how to deal with all that shit, bro.
Yeah.
You gotta be able to do all that.
Has there been a situation where you've had a heckler and you're like, this isn't going good?
No,
not
really. If I'm not confident enough, I'll just like ignore it and like power through, or just be like, man, just shut up, you know?
Yeah.
And just keep going and not really
acknowledging them.
Acknowledge it, which is like, I wish I could handle that differently and go at it more, but we're working. You know,
how would you want to handle it differently? Like what is this a situation?
Well, just like getting better at roasting. Roasting, you know, the heckle I can roast. You know,
have you done any of the roast battles? Like, haha, does a roast battle every week? Why?
I don't know. It's just not my style of comedy, but obviously, like doing this, you kind of it's a muscle. You gotta work flex it, and get good at it, because then it can come in handy. You know.
I mean, partly is like when you're Mexican, like half the shit, like when you go to a family reunion,
you're getting roasted.
You get roasted. You gotta roast back.
I think it's the trauma
that. Motherfuckers like, I had too much trauma. I can't roast you because once I start roasting motherfuckers, I can't go back.
Yeah, bro. Like, and I like roasting, you know, like friends and shit like that. Yeah. But it's just the style of roasting is different than the criteria at the roast battles. Like, you gotta, you know.
It's like oh, he's a Laker fan, so like, oh, you know, he likes swimming in lakes.
Yeah, whatever. You know, like I like roasting upon like appearance.
Yeah.
And these guys do it like, oh, I give you notes about my family history, and you know, like it's like, no, like. Yeah, I'm gonna be meaningful with this shit, you know. I'm gonna this shit, you know? Like
I need to know you.
Yeah, like I can point something out and be like, this guy looks like fucking deadbeat Jesus. You know.
That's good one though.
So it's like shit like that it's like that people can see and make that reference, and it's like, oh, that's funny, but that's not how they like judge. So
yeah. I get that. And it's hard. It's kind of like I've only done one roast battle, and I like it horrible.
Yeah, no, it's hard.
It's hard because like I'm trying to because if you're trying to say something and you're trying to like come up with a concept, and you're trying like, because there's always the you gotta lead them to water, but you can't force them to drink it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Because you can't be too heavy-handed with your joke. Because one of the jokes that I had was like it was like, oh, now the comic was going through a divorce, so I was like, oh, now that he's going through a divorce, his wife doesn't make him watch the BBC channel anymore. And everyone was like, what? Are you talking about the British program? You know what I mean?
The Black Back Cock.
Yeah. And it was kind of like one of those things, like some of them got it, most of them didn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was it was one of those things like I feel I definitely need to work it out more. But it's one of those things like you said, it's a muscle you gotta flex, because I've been to more roast battles than I've done. And some of those roast battles are ugly.
Like good or like bad?
Bad.
Yeah. Bad. Most of the ones I've gone, they're pretty bad.
It's really because you're giving these comics a week to write a joke about someone that they have no idea about.
Yeah, and then it's like, oh, you gotta give them some like family history information. It's like, why? So now I'm watching these comics, and they're like talking about like, oh, his dad left because he had cancer, or like, and it's like, okay, and like, what's the punchline to that? Like, I don't even know the guy that's being roasted. Like, why do I give a fuck about his dad? But that's what they do.
That's what I feel like with the difference between, like, especially being, like, I always, like, a lot of my jokes, the time I, like, roast someone is because I know them and I know something about them, and, like, there's history between us, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's funny because of the history that we build up.
And it's funny, too, amongst your friends because they all know that history.
The history, you know what I mean? Like, you have someone who's always late.
Strangers, then, like, oh, so he's late all the time?
Yeah.
Okay.
And?
Like, that doesn't, how does that, like, how do I relate to that?
Yeah.
I mean, they could, but it's just, it's odd. I don't know.
Yeah. Some jokes are, like, I was at roast battles, it was bad. Like, there's one comment they had subpar jokes, the other person had nothing. And, like, some of the roast battles is like, they have asked the crowds, like, crowd, what do you think of this? And this person, not a single person, they're like, oh. Everyone looked around like, who's gonna say something? No one said nothing. You know what I mean? And then we went to the other person and we're like, you know what I mean? No one wooed. It was all like, yeah. It was
all clap.
Yeah, it was a golf. It was like, okay. It's like, oh, that was a brutal mic, but this person's got it.
Yeah.
And it'd be like that. But like I said, my roast battle, the first and only one I've been in so far, was horrible. Everyone was horrible. Me and the other birds was horrible. It was bad.
What'd you do with?
Marco Luigi.
Oh yeah. I can see that. But hey, you know what? You guys only get better by doing that.
He's doing pretty good. Like, he's always at the roast battles now. He's really trying to...
You got a light out here, bro? That keeps flickering? Or what?
Okay, so that light is due to vibration. So, see that?
Yeah, so sometimes I sit, like, fucking off the corner of my eye.
No, it's like it. So what's really cool about that is, like, when the music's playing... it like boom, 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 and like it's really cool. Like if you get a song
like dark in here, and
it's the bass. Like you see it, bro. Like literally, it'd be like 11 noon. Don't matter what time clock you put those fucking blackout curtains in. Close all the doors. It's midnight.
It's midnight. Yeah, it's midnight, my boy. I want to fall asleep in here.
You don't even know, bro. You really don't know how dark this shit. Like I have it pretty bright in here.
Yeah.
Like I mean, I try and have it like.
Because you have these lines, but.
I mean, these lights are pretty bright, but like I have it kind of set up so that way, no matter when I record, you can't really tell when we record. Mm-hmm. So like I'm trying to make it so that way it's kind of like a uniform.
Yeah, continuity.
But you know what? I'm doing the worst I can. Not the best, but the worst. The worst. This is why we can have nice things. But you gotta get going. That's what I was about to say. So where can they find you? Oh, anything that you'd like to plug?
Big Chillin Comedy.
At Big Chillin.
You can find us at Instagram at Big Chillin LA. We run shows. We do open mics. Come check us out. If you ever thought about doing stand up,
great spot.
Go check it out. Mm-hmm. Check us out on Instagram. There's a link in the bio with all the info, everything you need to know. And come hang out, get to know us,
yes.
And have a good time.
Every host there is one of the greatest people I know. They're all funny. They're all great people. And, they're the type of people that I want my stepdaughter to marry.
There you go. Way down there.
Huh? Way down there, like, we'll be family, but like...
yeah, down there.
Yeah, the fourth marriage.
Yeah,
All right, take care of y'all shits.